That brings us back to the structure of the agentic workforce itself. This isn't just one big blob of AI doing everything. The organization really needs to define the relationship between the human and the agent, and that depends on the complexity and the risk of the task.
Right. We have moved from simple augmentation, where the agent just helps the human, to true orchestration, where the human manages a crew of agents.
Okay, so let's define the three structural archetypes for collaboration that executives need to be thinking about. Let's start with the easiest one, the freelancer model.
The freelancer model is what you'd call stage one maturity. It's really focused on individual human productivity augmentation. It's simple.
So one agent, one task.
Exactly. A single agent performs one well-defined end-to-end task under the direct supervision of a human requester. You give it a straightforward prompt like, draft this market analysis on Q3 competitor spending using our internal database.
The agent is like a digital contractor. It takes the brief, runs the whole task, delivers the final output back to the human.
Right. It's fantastic for rapid prototyping and maximizing individual cognitive output.
Okay, so it's basically a very high-functioning, specialized contractor. It's useful for ad hoc tasks, but it's going to hit a wall when the project gets too complex or involve multiple steps that rely on different specializations.
Precisely. When you move into complex project management like running a full software development lifecycle or generating regulatory documents or launching an integrated marketing campaign, that's when you need the orchestrator worker model.
And this is stage 2 maturity.
Yeah.
Here, the human takes on the role of a true manager.
Yes. The human manager defines the high-level project goal. Say, develop, test, and deploy the new customer onboarding flow. Instead of tasking one agent, they deploy a whole crew of specialized agents.
Like a researcher, a writer, a coder.
A quality assurance agent, exactly. And the key distinction from the freelancer model is that these agents execute their subtasks and coordinate amongst themselves. The coder agent coordinates with the writer agent on documentation, and both of them coordinate with the tester agent.
So the human manager only receives the final output, or maybe some strategic intermediate milestones.
Right. This is truly running a machine-to-machine workflow, and the human's job shifts entirely to setting the strategic direction and evaluating the final product. You're not checking every line of code or every single sentence.
That maximizes your flow efficiency, but I imagine it introduces a whole lot more autonomy risk.
It does, which brings us to the third model, and this one is critical for any high-stakes environment, the evaluator optimizer loop.
I find this model fascinating because it seems to be driven entirely by risk mitigation and these high reliability checks. It's like an automated adversarial review.
That's precisely what it is. You have two distinct separate agents. One agent is the creator. It's drafting a highly complex legal document, generating financial risk exposure calculations, or producing mission-critical code.
And the second, entirely separate agent is the critic, or the quality assurance officer.
And that critic agent's only job is to ruthlessly check the creator agent's output against a set of strict, codified criteria. It's looking for factual errors, hallucination spikes, regulatory noncompliance, you name it.
It's an automated peer review, but run through an adversarial lens.
Yes, and if the critic finds an issue, it doesn't just report it to a human, it routes the document back to the creator with the specific constraint that needs fixing, something like, the valuation methodology chosen does not comply with the new SEC guidance.
So it only hits a human's desk once the critic agent has approved the output.
Exactly. This is mandatory for things like compliance checking and high reliability legal drafting, where the cost of a single error is just immense.
So these structural archetypes, the freelancer, the orchestrator, and the evaluator optimizer, these are the building blocks of that work graph.
They are.
The biggest takeaway here seems to be that you have to map your value creation flow and then explicitly decide which archetype is best suited for each stage. If you treat all your agent work as a simple freelancer task, you're just never going to achieve scale.
You'll be stuck in first gear.
That structural shift demands the right tools, of